Hello, my name's Jane Pierce and my business is Tarot Jane, and I'm here to talk to you about astrology. So many of you already know we have a total lunar eclipse coming up. It's going to happen on Monday morning, January 21st, in the very early hours. So a lot of us would still call that 12:15 time Sunday night. And whichever you call it, know that energy is going to do some really powerful things. We've been in this kind of window lately. It is between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. That window opened on January 5th, and as I've said to all of you, this is the time to seize the energy. A regular full moon will go for 4 weeks, just like a regular new moon will last for 4 weeks, until the next time you get a new moon or a full moon. For the eclipse cycle, you last for 6 months until the next eclipse pair arrives. So the work we're doing right now, we'll be feeling until July when we get our next eclipses. So know that there's some really powerful things going on. Hi, Charlie. I'm excited to see you there because Charlie and I have been working on some of those things together. We're doing an intuition class over at the She Hive, and it's been a wonderful opportunity to make this work happen at a more conscious level for all of us. We all are feeling the energy of this eclipse. What I'd hope for all of you is that you get to use that energy in an intentional and loving way. So let me tell you a little bit about what's happening with that eclipse. The sun is in Aquarius. It's in 0 degrees Aquarius. So when that happens, you've got that opening of that energy of community. Aquarius is the water bearer, and it's really wanting all of us to come together. It rules movements. It rules the power of community. And Leo is where the moon is. And the moon is in a sign that rules, let me be the star. Leo is our showman and loves the center stage. And they create a tension between them that says, where do I stand and get my moment in the spotlight or my 15 minutes of fame? And where does the community matter most? So that tension between Leo with our moon and all of our feelings about it, and the sun in Aquarius with all of our rational thought about it, is putting us in a position to figure out where do we honor the group's needs and where do we honor our own. It's also because it's going to be our feelings eclipsed by the solar sun and the moon taking the back seat for a minute. It's a great time to reset your emotional landscape. When we eclipse the moon, we eclipse our subconscious and our emotional state and have an opportunity to pick a new one. This one will be focused hopefully by gratitude and community and support, and let us let go of some of the childish ego needs of Leo and let that future then that we'll be shaping for the next 6 months be one where we're excited and responsive and not as angsty or hurt about when's our turn. Some other things you can do with that energy is let go of some old baggage. Because the sun is going to be eclipsing the moon, we are going to have a chance to shine a light into the things that we've kept hidden. If you have an abscess of emotions, of angst, of grudges, this is the time to let it go. And there is nothing like this Scorpio who loves to hold grudges, who sets 20-year limits on when I let go of things. And when I'm telling you, really, this is the time to let it go, I'm saying I'll be doing that too. So I hope all of you can join me in this letting go. 1 or 2 other planets are in the mix, and I want to make sure you know about them. First of all, on Friday, Mars and Venus are in trine, and that is a wonderful opportunity to balance our masculine and feminine sides. Mars is in Aries, so it's real aggressive, really coming out as competition. Venus is joined by Jupiter, and not quite conjunct, but close, in Sagittarius. There is a lot of easy distraction and enjoyment in the pleasure side of Venus coming out in this sign. So they're both fire signs. They're going to work well together. Mars is going to urge you to accomplish something and to compete and to beat your personal best. And Venus is going to say, but remember to enjoy it. Let's go to a party. I got this great idea. Come do it with me. So feel that balance and know you got a chance to use it really well there. The other thing that is maybe not as easy to handle, squares are harder angles Trines are usually represented by blue lines, and they're easy energy, like Mars and Venus working together. And squares are represented by red lines on a chart, and they are not such an easy mix. And what we've got is Uranus, which is the planet of sudden changes and the internet and new technology, is squaring the moon. So if you're going to have a problem with your feelings, it's going to come from a surprise. You might feel shocked by what Uranus brings in. It may also come through the internet or some other kind of new technology. I've heard some wonderful stories of Roombas and the automatic vacuum cleaners doing some crazy things in people's houses lately. That's a great new technology that could shock us all. Note to self, make sure I shut mine off for that eclipse. Whatever it is that is surprising you, and you won't know until it shows up unexpectedly, do know that what you're going to be able to do with that is take a deep breath. Don't feel patient and act patient anyway, because the moon in Leo is going to want you to burst into flames with that fiery solar power. Resist the temptation. This is the time to balance your sun and moon and reset your emotions, not let Uranus distract you and get you impatient and make a big change that hasn't got the sun behind it. So there's your little warning. I hope it helps. And I hope that you do something powerful with this solar eclipse or this lunar eclipse coming up so that you can have what you want in the next 6 months. If you want to know where that eclipse falls in your own chart, give me a call or find me on my website, tarotjane.com, and we'll set up an astrology session to let you know how all of these transits and changes affect you on a daily basis and what are the big ones coming up for your sign. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later.